Are you ready to learn how to make a lasting mindset change? Are you tired of doing the nonsense of repeating mantras and trying to delude yourself into believing I'm the best, I'm the greatest, and just doing nonsense, self-help crap that will never get you lasting results? It might get you some psychosis or a mental illness because you delude yourself into believing something, but it certainly isn't going to get you lasting mindset change that will get you the success you're looking for in life. If so, stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to show you how I help people get lasting mindset shifts using the power of conversational hypnotism. My name is Tyler. I'm a certified Ericksonian hypnotherapist. I've helped thousands of people shift their mindsets rapidly using some of the techniques I'm going to teach you here today. And the first thing that you have to understand to achieve success is it all boils down to leverage. Leverage is knowing what your core motivators are, what drives you, and can be the carrot that you wave in front of yourself and the stick you use to threaten yourself to make massive lasting change. Now, most people fixate on the stick, and that's why they don't get lasting results. This is what a personal trainer does. This is why it doesn't work in the long term. You become dependent on a coach or a personal trainer, and the second you stop working with them, you lose most of your results rapidly. They're sitting here beating you over the head with the stick and saying, go do the thing, but they're not ever tapping into what truly motivates you deep down inside. And that is the only way you can get true, massive, lasting mindset changes. So you have to learn how to tap into your own inner motivations. But that isn't enough. You also have to do this. You see, when you begin to try and transform, you need to stop focusing on these arbitrary goals and instead look to shift your mindset now to an identity level change. Not a person who's trying to make $100,000 a year, but instead become the kind of person who is wealthy, rich, successful. By shifting your perspective to this mindset of identity, you begin to learn how to tap into the unconscious mind that deep down inside already knows the answers. And they might not be perfect, but it certainly has a guiding post that's just waiting for you to tap into. And you can do this very easily by beginning to just ask yourself, what would someone who is like how I want to be do in this situation? And this applies for anything. Let's say you wanted to do weight loss. What would a healthy person do right now? What would a healthy person eat? How would an healthy person act? You know the answers, and they might not be perfect, but they're certainly better than where you are now. And so you just follow that. And then this starts the process of following that, trying that, developing it, and becoming the identity. And as you grow, you learn more and you become better and better and better. This is called identity level change. But to achieve it, you have to tap into something deep inside yourself, which is the third principle you must understand. This is the concept known as cognitive dissonance. When you begin to act out in a way that is contrary to the initial beliefs you hold with new beliefs, for example, what would a successful rich person do? And then you do those activities. Your initial belief that you had that you aren't rich, you aren't successful, contradicts with this new behavior, and it causes a blast known as cognitive dissonance. This causes distress. It causes anxiety. It causes you to try everything in your power to sabotage yourself. How many times have you caught yourself trying to follow a new diet, for example, only to find yourself after getting a few results slipping right back into your old habits? This is cognitive dissonance at work. And the problem is you can't just think your way out of these problems. You need to imagine your way out of these problems. You need to feel your way out of these problems. And to do that, you can tap into your unconscious mind. Now, this is what hypnotists do for their clients. We help you tap into the limitless power of your imagination to solve problems. But you don't necessarily need a hypnotist to do this. You can also do this by mastering meditation, which when mastered over a few years, you can get to the point where you can achieve what hypnosis does about 1 to 2 times a week. And that's what meditators call breakthrough moments. However, with a hypnotist, you can skip all of that hard work and you can just get the results over and over and over again because the hypnotist is doing all the heavy lifting for you. It's a lot easier for two people to do the work than just one. But without shattering these limiting beliefs, you're going to find your beliefs conflicting and causing exasperated mental stress and anguish that 99% of people end up failing because of. Which really taps into the final key thing that you must understand. And this just requires you to take a moment now to step aside from where you've been before and to consider how each and every part of you is working together to become something greater than it was before. You see, the real secret is you're not changing who you are. You don't need to be anyone but who you already are, because what's deep down inside you is limitless and powerful. Instead of trying to change what you are inside, learn to allow yourself to grow in a new direction. Because as you learn to grow, you don't need to change anything. You're not becoming a new you. You're becoming a more developed you. The you that chose to become successful. The you that chose to become healthy. I wonder how much you could be as you allow these transformations to begin to occur. And this is why there's such a myth in the personal growth space that needs to be done away with. These identity level changes. You should absolutely not be changing your identity. That is a complete and total scam because you are good enough. In fact, you're better than enough. There's only been one blip in the universe like you, and there will never be another one. So instead of trying to change who you are, become the best you can be. And this is going to absolutely accelerate your cognitive dissonance breakthroughs, your limiting beliefs being shattered because you're not trying to become some incongruent fake version of what you are, but instead a more refined and better version of who you are right now. And of course, there's nothing wrong with looking up to people. That's why we ask ourselves, what would a successful person do in this situation? Because your imagination knows what a successful person would be like for you. The unconscious mind knows what the best version of you would be like. And yes, you can educate yourself and learn more from others, but you're not feeding you. You're feeding the other you, the unconscious mind, the master of complex problem solving. The part of your mind that makes intricate connections across each and every memory and thought you've ever had. That you is who learns and helps you better refine the best you can be. And of course, we bring this all back to leveraging your motivation, because what even starts any of this process? Motivation and leverage. This is the fuel that allows transformation to occur. And you can find your motivations built into your biology. These are called the cognitive functions, but also by simply doing some deep work, understanding what really drives you. When you tell yourself your goals, instead of looking at just the goals, you can go and dig deeper into them and find the emotion under the surface. And you can learn more about this by watching my video on how to create a crystal clear vision for yourself on YouTube. But when you combine all these principles together, this is what allows you to finally have long-lasting mindset shifts that stick.